Just to tell you a little bit about what we do, essentially we've been involved in this area for about 6 years, and what we've been trying to do is to encourage brands to think about their marketing in a different way, and on the same side talking with content owners to encourage them to look at business models slightly differently. My personal background is advertising, so I understand the advertising side pretty well, and I've got to understand the content side fairly well as well, and mainly in the games area. There are 3 areas that we look at. Developing new revenue models for content owners. So if I stick to the games area for now, that's essentially working with games publishers, developers, to look at, can we put advertising, integrate brands into the games? Can we look at new distribution models where a brand could, for example, distribute the game where you don't have to work with a publisher, or if you can't get your game published, or content for a brand's website, etc. So looking at new ways rather than the traditional boxed method of selling games. Often it's not about exchanging money really. It could be that a brand can lend distribution to a content owner where they can actually offset a lot of their distribution costs, or they can help promote a brand, a game or piece of content in a way that the content owner wouldn't be able to afford. So getting them into new areas, into the brand store, or if it's a media partner, into their newspaper, online, etc. And on the brand side, obviously delivering engaging communication channels for the brands. As we all know, we've got so many more channels for the marketeers to choose between, and you know, the consumers are media elusive. So if they go behind a particular game or particular TV program, and you can actually get involved with that, that could deliver many, many more eyeballs than your traditional methods. And I've just chosen one case study to demonstrate. I think this particular partnership worked really well between Reebok and Pro Evolution Soccer. We've been working with Pro Evolution Soccer for about 4 years, getting brands and media partners involved. Reebok we were talking to, and they wanted to get involved in, well, obviously they're involved in football, but they wanted to establish themselves more. Pro Evolution Soccer sells 6 million units of game across Europe, each one of them being played by 2.5 people. So actually it's a pretty big audience for 40+ hours. We integrated Reebok into the game, but in a very real way, rather than, you know, putting them all over. And they had hoardings, but they weren't exclusive. Their products were integrated into the edit mode. They had a Reebok Cup where everyone played. There was content from the game on the Reebok website and vice versa, competitions, bespoke events, and even Reebok using the game to encourage their trade partners to sell more, and they really got behind it. It worked really well, to the extent that we actually had some of the gamers commenting on how much better the game is because Reebok is involved and it's made it much better. So this is just a summary of, they were in the game, over 14 million gamers, co-marketing in some of the retailers across Europe, and each one activating differently. Lots of joint events and exclusive content, and for me that was something that really demonstrates what the brand partnership with content can deliver.